Good afternoon, this is Howie. I'm here to help you win with money. Another week. Today is going to be a slow week. It's Monday, December 21. This week is markets are closed on Friday, and even on Thursday is a shortened day. So something you're going to notice is markets opened weak this morning and then it's recovering. Tesla really didn't have a big impact so far. Let's just see what happens to the rest of the day. I'm not going to do a lot of activity this week. And with the holidays, neither should you. Maybe you should relax a little bit, take some time off, spend with family. So I'm just going to go into a single trade. Let's get something in for today. Here you go. I'm going to do 4. These are not very exciting trades. You collect $3, $4 on each contract. It's nothing. It's not a lot. But remember, something is better than nothing, and that's the way you got to look at it. And just for quick math, you collect a $3 premium. I'm going to count some commission costs. Share price it's under 10. It's technically $9. But if you do the math, it's not that far off. You see that? You still make 10% a week. What I did was I looked at the length. This is a 3-week duration, so you count 1 week, 2 weeks, and this is the 3rd week. So it's 10% return. When you divide it by 3, it's 10% a week is how you can look at it. If you multiply that out by 52 weeks, that puts you up to 500%. It's an okay trade. I mean, it's good. I mean, I'm not going to say it's bad. Let me put that in. Here you go. Let's hit the commit or process the order. Okay. And there you go. That order will go right across. You see, it expired last week on Friday. So I put another one in. And now on to what I want to talk about. This is about ARK investment firm, which is run by Miss Woods here, Cathie Wood. And couple interesting things about this article. She sets a target of 20% ETF return. In case you don't know, look how much return. She has 100% return in several of her different ETFs. And that's something that is bringing a lot of attention to her and her business. Mostly it's because Tesla's in multiple ETF funds that she runs. But here's something that is also interesting. Look at the new money flows. When you have $750 million flowing into management this week, it does force you to buy new stock. So, whenever they're investing in new companies, sometimes it's not even because you want to. Okay, so here's one view that I like. What I was just saying was if you punch in the ticker symbol, let me show you. In the past, I show you how her mutual funds or ETF funds are buying new position. So here is the Teladoc's position. And you can see how I show you the share count rising. But share count is just one piece of the formula. You got to look at this percentage weight in the ETF. So if it's a 2% weight at 700,000 shares, and look what happened up here. It's now 3 million shares, but it's 4% weight. So it is increasing the weight. You see that? Because you always got to account for new money. So just because they're buying shares sometimes can be misleading because you always got to look at, well, how much money is coming in? And if you're having new weekly flows, you want to know the size of the position relative to the size of the fund. So that's one way to always think about this, okay? So in Teladoc's case, you can see it's growing 3.3, and then look, here you go, it's growing by 1% basically. Okay, in this one, in the G, same thing, from 4%, here you go, from a 2%. So you can see how the portfolio weight is pretty good. It's still growing in these holdings. So this is one way to look at it. Same thing with DocuSign, if you want to take a quick look at the weight. So these are things that you need to do as an investor. Don't just look at one particular data point. You will be misled. Here's DocuSign, it's a 2% weight. And in the past, here you go, next is 0, right, or 1. Here's another fund, 1.5. And you see that same thing, 0.5% weight. Here's another one in the F one, the financial one, I believe, and then you see it was a 2% weight, 2.5, and it came from 1.5. So it's growing. So that's the way you want to look at it. So what's my point? And lastly, she is a big believer in Bitcoins, and here you go. She talks a little bit about it here. You can read it yourself. She does have someone on her team that does Bitcoins, and I forgot his name, but you can follow him on Twitter, and I think I did see that before. But the other thing I want to talk about is she is making a big bet on some of the science and gene editing and all those future of science, biotechs and genomics and gene editing. So those are the things you want to keep an eye on. She does cover it in her ARKG, I think is the ETF that covers that. And here you go. I pulled it up on Yahoo Google, on the Yahoo Finance, ARKG. And you can see some of the top holdings. And here they go. It's a good way to follow what she's buying and what she's adding. The only thing I noticed today that had a big move was Edit. I happen to own shares of Edit, and look at that. That's a huge move today. I have no idea why, but you look at the 1 month chart, 5-day chart, and if you look at the 6 month chart, you can get it even cheaper. You see that, 20-30 bucks, and then it just keeps on shooting up. So these are the things that people like. When you invest in these things, you know, if you're lucky, you pick them early before the big pop. And in my portfolio in ETrade, you will see that I do own 100 shares here. You see that? The problem is I also have a cover call at $34. So you can see how I missed the $50 run up. And if you want to see something even crazier, if you look at the date of this was only 2 weeks ago. And I sold this thing, and you see I set it at a strike price of 34. So I don't want to lose. There's no way for me to recapture all this back, but there are ways for me to move this, roll it out and up. And over time, I'm going to try to move it to 35, 40, 41, 42, $48. And over time, I'm going to move this strike price closer to the market price so that I don't lose all my gains. Some people say, well, if you just let it get assigned, you know, you made your profit from the 27 to 34 and the premium, be happy and move on. The problem is, how do I capture this $5,000 gain? And that is the question. If I can put $2,000 in my pocket, that's a victory. If I can put $3,000 back in my pocket, that's a victory. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to let this go away. I'm going to try to keep on. I'll hold this, and I'll hold 100 shares, and I'll show you what I will do. It'll be a long ride. It'll be 2-3 years before I can get this thing up to 40 bucks or 50 bucks, and I'll show you how I do that. In any case, hope you guys enjoy. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to share my videos with other people. I'm here to help you and your friends win with money. I'm here to show you how to do it $1 at a time. Have a profitable day.